U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken took his wild Middle East diplomatic push over Israel-Hamas war to occupied West Bank on Sunday, meeting with Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas in his latest attempt to ease suffering of civilians in Gaza Strip and begin drafting a post-conflict scenario for the region. Health officials said Blinken traveled to Ramallah for his previously unannounced visit in an armored convoy and under tight security just hours after Israeli warplanes struck a refugee camp in the Gaza Strip, killing at least 40 people and wounding dozens. Despite secrecy and State Department's refusal to approve trip until Blinken physically left West Bank, protests against his visit and U.S. support for Israel broke out when news of his arrival leaked. Neither man spoke beyond pleasantries as they greeted each other in front of the cameras, and the meeting ended without any public comment. Palestinian Ambassador to United Kingdom Husam Zomlot told Face the Nation on Sunday that meeting was tense because there were differences. Our president demanded an immediate ceasefire against Israel's brutal and lethal attack on our civilians and people, Zomlot said. It has been clear from the beginning that this is a war against our people, not only in Gaza but also in the West Bank. Zomlot said United States has opportunity to be a peacemaker that Palestinians and Israelis need an adult in room. That's United States. Blinken then made an unannounced visit to Cyprus, where he was greeted by Cypriot President Nikos Christodoulides and Foreign Minister Constantinos, Kombos, whom he invited to board for a meeting. He then went to Baghdad. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken meets with Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas at Muqata in Ramallah in Israel-occupied West Bank, amid the ongoing conflict between Israel and Palestinian Islamist group Hamas. November 5, 2023. Jonathan Ernst State Department spokesman Matthew Miller said that in his call with Abbas, Blinken reaffirmed the United States' commitment to providing life-saving humanitarian aid and resuming essential services in Gaza and made clear that Palestinians should not be forcibly displaced. Blinken Abbas discussed efforts restore calm and stability in the West Bank, including the need to stop excessive violence against Palestinians, hold those responsible accountable, Miller said, referring violence committed by Israeli settlers. The meeting with Abbas, whose Ramallah-based Palestinian Authority has not been a factor in Gaza since Hamas took over by force in 2007, came at start third day of Blinken's busy Middle East tour. This was second since start war. At each stop, Blinken offered unequivocal U.S. support for Israel's right to self-defense, but also emphasized that Israel must comply with the laws of war, protect civilians and increase humanitarian supplies to Gaza. To do this, and to ease the flow of foreigners fleeing Gaza, he suggested that Israel should implement